Okay, good morning class. So at this point, I know we haven't completed the cycle test. You guys are out on excursion today. So I'll do a pre-recording for you guys on this section of the cycle test itself. And then you guys can just go through it on your own in your own time over the weekend and have a look at where you guys went wrong. Okay, so as I said, at this point, it's a recording with no grade 9 learner in the class. Okay, so it's the cycle test 1 of 2022. So the question says consider the following list of numbers. So we've got -4, we've got the square root of -4, we've got the square root of 4, we've got the square root of 5. Remember, the square root of 4 is 2. Okay. Square root of -4, there's no solution to that one. This is just third, and so on. From the list, write down all the non-real numbers. So the non-real number is only -4. From the list, write down all the irrational numbers. So as we know, the square root of 5 is the third, the square root of 5 is irrational. From the list, write down all the prime numbers. So that is the only prime number, so it's the square root of 4. Note that I don't write 2, I write down the square root of 4. Then the question says, convert 2,4,5 recurring. That would simply be, we say let x equal 2,4,5,4,5,4,5. So how many numbers are recurring? 2. So I multiply this line by 100. So I get 100x equals 245,454545. So what I do is that we say 100 minus x is going to give you 99x. That of course cancel, and 245 minus 2 is 243. So I divide by 99 both sides. So therefore x is equal to 3 goes into 243, 81 times. And 3 goes into 98, 99, 33 times. Okay, 3 goes again in that. 3 goes into 81, 27 times, and 3 goes into 33, 11 times. So that answer is of course 27 over 11 there. Alright. So let's carry on. So we're looking at question 2. In question 2, we are told simplify and write your answer with positive exponents. So when you're multiplying it, both are the same, we add the exponents. So negative times positive, of course, is negative. 6 times 2 is 12. X squared times x cubed is x to the exponent 5. Y times y squared is y cubed. The next one. 2 cubed of course is 8. X -4 times 3 is -12. The question says simplify and write your answer with positive exponents. As you can see, the x has a negative exponent. That's naturally over 1, so you take that down. So it's 8 over x to the exponent 12. In question 2.1.3, remember when you're multiplying and bases are the same, you add the exponents. That 2 has an exponent of 1 there. Anything to the power 0 is 1. So it's going to be 2. 2 plus -4 is -2 plus 1 is -1, which gives us an answer of a half. The next one. 5 goes into 5 once, 5 goes into 15 3 times. So it's 3. The question you should be asking yourselves, where there are more a's, in the numerator or the denominator. In this case, the denominator have a 4's. So 4 minus 2 of course is 2. We subtract the exponents. Remember, when we're dividing it, bases are the same, we subtract the exponents. Where's there more b's? There's more b's on top. So it's b. 8 minus 5 of course is 3. Okay. Michael, this must go there. Are you writing next to the sum? Didn't I tell you? Huh? Where's your line on the side of the page? Okay. The next one. Next question. We are asked in 2.1.5. So again, 4 goes into 12 3 times, 4 goes into 8 twice. So it's 3 over 2. So we have P5 over P to the negative 3. Where are there more P's? On top, of course. So it's going to be 5 minus minus 3. Becomes 5 plus 3, which is 8. Where's the more S's? At the bottom. So 4 minus 1 is 3. Where's the more T's? At the bottom. That is coming down. So that would be T2 minus minus 1, which is 2 plus 1, which is 3. Otherwise, what I could have done was, again, 12. Just write it down again. You have 12 over 8. P5 is T negative 1 over P negative 3 is 4T squared. Again, 4 goes into here 3 times, 4 goes into here twice, so it's 3 over 2. Where's the more P's? Or we can just take everything to the top. So it's P. Take that to the top becomes 5 plus 3 becomes 8. S, there's a 1 there, so it's 1 minus 4. It's negative 3. T, negative 1 minus 2 is negative 3. Remember, the rule says when we divide it and bases are the same, we subtract the exponents. So, the question is s to the negative 3, t to the negative 3. Let's come down. So it's going to be 3p8 over 2 s cubed t cubed. Remember, when the exponent negative, a base to a negative exponent as a numerator will be positive as a denominator there. Okay, I just need to take this off here. In question in question 2.2.1, we are asked to write the following numbers in scientific notation. So in scientific notation, we know there should be one significant figure in front of the comma other than 0. So as you know, the comma currently lies at behind the 0 there, the last 0. So we must move this comma 6 units. So it's 1,75. If I put zeros there, is no problem. However, it doesn't have any place value. So you multiply that to 10 to the 6. As you can see here, again, a number in front of the comma other than 0, one significant value. So that comma must lie after the 8. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's 8,5 times 10 to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, negative 5. Remember, if you're moving the comma from right to left, it's positive. If you're moving the comma from left to right, from ordinary to scientific notation, it's going to be negative from left to right. Then I ask you to write the following numbers in normal notation, as a normal number. So we just add zeros there. So we're going to move the comma 1. So it's going to be 830. The comma is going to move in from right to left here, so it's negative. So it's 1, 2, 3. So 0, 0, 1. Okay. The next one, it says simplify and write your answer in scientific notation. So again, 8 times 4 is 32 times x to the 10 times x to the negative 2. That's going to be x to the 2. Alright, so currently that comma is lying there. You should have one significant figure in front of the comma. So I'm going to move that by 1 unit. So it's 3.2 times 10 to the 1. That is this here, 32 times 10 squared. Remember, when we're multiplying and bases are the same, we add the exponents. So 3,2 times 10 cubed. Okay? So that takes care of 2.4. So now we're looking at question 3. In question 3, the question says simplify the following expressions. So again, we look at grouping like terms here. So 7a minus 3a. 7a minus 3a is going to be 4a. and 2b minus 4b is negative 2b. Can we add or subtract 4a and negative 2b? No. Or say 4a, you can't because they are unlike terms. Okay. For the sum here in 3.1.2, what you should have noted was is 0. Anything times 0, any real number times 0 is 0. The answer is simply 0 there. The next one, we're going to first add that thing. That needs to be multiplied. So how many terms are here? There's basically 3 terms, a trinomial. So before we can add and subtract the terms, we must simplify those terms there. So it's going to be 4f cubed plus 8f cubed. It's going to give you 12f cubed over 3 minus 3 times 2f cubed. It's going to give you 6f cubed plus f squared. So of course 3 goes into 3 once, 3 going to 12 4 times, so it's 4f cubed minus 6f cubed plus f squared. So again we're going to look at like terms here. So 4 minus 6 is negative 2 of course, negative 2f cubed plus f squared. Remember when you're adding and subtracting, the variable stays the same. In question 3.2 we are asked to multiply 3.2 we are asked to multiply and add any like terms. Okay. So here again is 2 terms, a binomial, so we get rid of the bracket by multiplying out there. So let's multiply out, you're going to get 5 minus negative 3 times g is negative 3g, negative 3 times positive 2 is negative 6. So again we're going to add like terms there. So negative 3g, 5 minus 6 is negative 1. The next question, we have to multiply distribution law here. So 2h times 3h is 6h squared. 2h times negative 4 is negative 8h. 1 times 3h is positive 3h. And 1 times negative 4 is of course negative 4. Okay. So what we do now again, we're looking for like terms. So it's 6h squared. What's negative 8h plus 3h? It's negative 5h minus 4. Okay. Look at the next question. In 3.2.3, because of the binomial square there, calculate everybody's papers. Did you correct it? Who's still writing? Young people. Collect everybody's papers. So because of the square, we're going to write it out twice. And what we do then from here, again, we're going to multiply out here. So 2j times 2j, 4j squared. 2j times positive 3, it's positive 6j. 3 times 2j, it's positive 6j. 3 times 3 is positive 9. So again, we're looking for like terms. 6j plus 6j. So what's 6 plus 6? 12. So 6j plus 6j is of course 12j plus 9. Okay. The next one. Do I have everybody's scripts? Did you have more than 20 minutes for the test? Sorry? Yes. So this is 20 minutes. You can carry on with your English work, okay? It's really recording for the grade 9. Please settle down. So let's multiply out. So we got k times k squared. This is what we call distribution law. K times k squared is k cubed. K times k is k squared. K times 1 is k. Negative 1 times k squared is negative k squared. Negative 1 times k is negative k. Negative 1 times 1 is negative 1. So again we're going to add like terms. So I'll get k cubed. K squared minus k squared is 0. K minus k, Michael, what's going on? Yeah, I told you before. Whatever you give for me, assignment, class test, a control test, an exam, a cycle test, all gets that format that we taught you. Okay, so in future, please have it. So k minus k, of course, is 0, minus 1. Okay. Thank you, Michael. The next one is question 4. In question 4, we are asked, how many terms are there in the expression? What separates terms is positive and negative signs. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 terms. 5 terms. In 4.1.2, what's the coefficient of x5? Coefficient is the number in front, of course, is negative 2. Remember, the sign is part of the term, so it's negative 2. What's the degree of the expression? The degree is the highest exponent on x. x2, 4, 5, 0, 3. The high exponent on x is, of course, 5. So it's going to be the 5th degree. Next question. Write the expression in descending order of x. Descending order, of course, is from biggest to smallest. The biggest exponent on x, of course, is 5. So it's negative 2x to the 5 plus 6x4. Don't write semicolons. It must be not listed. So it's going to be negative x cubed plus 3x squared plus 4x to the 0. Next, what is the value of the expression for x equal to minus 1? So that means to say, whenever I'm going to put an x, I'm going to put negative 1. I'm going to substitute negative 1 into the equation above that. So 6 into negative 1 to the 4 minus negative 1 to the cube plus 3 into negative 1 plus 4 times negative 1 to the 0. At that point, you could have also said that anything to the power 0 is 1. And you could have just added it in 4 anyway. So we're just going to simplify here, negative 2. Negative to an odd exponent is negative. 1 to the 5 is 1. Plus 6 into negative 1 to an even exponent will be positive. 1 to the 4 is 1 minus negative 1 to the cube is negative 1 plus 3 into negative 1 plus anything power 0 is 1. So it's 4. Negative times negative is positive. 2 times 1 is 2. Positive times positive is positive. 6 times 1 is 6. Negative times negative is positive 1. Positive times negative is negative 3 plus 4. 6 plus 2 is 8, 9, 6, 10. I think. Okay. Yeah, I made a mistake there. You just check. $16. 5 is positive 2. 6 plus 1 minus 3 plus 4. 10. I'm still getting 30. That's 8, 9, 6, 10. That is negative to positive 2, positive 6, plus 1, minus 3, plus 1. That is going to give you 2, 6, plus 1, minus 3, plus 4. That is 10. Why am I getting 16? If you've done somewhere wrong, the answer is 16. But where am I going wrong? So I got this one, that I got, oh, I didn't write the square. As you can see there, I didn't write the square. So because that is not there, so that has to be positive, and this 3 here is positive. Okay? Which will result in that being 16. Sorry about that. So as you can see, if you're going to leave out the square, you're going to make a mistake. Okay? Then, (4.2) we are asked what must be added to 3m cubed minus 2m to get. So in other words, 4m cubed is the answer. So if your question is what must be added to 3 to get 8, if that was the question, then what do I say? 8 minus 3, which is 5. So we take this here minus this here, which is 3m cubed minus 2m. And what do I have to do there? I have to put it in a bracket. Why? Because the rule says more than one term following a negative sign. We put it in the bracket. So it's going to be 4m cubed plus 2m minus 3m cubed plus 2m. So what happens? It's going to give you m cubed plus 4m. Okay. And yes, miss?
Mbali Sidondi, is she there with you?
Mbali? Yes, she is, miss.
Can she come to the office, please, sir?
No problem, miss. In question 5, your bonus question there. It says, what must the last digit of 3 to the exponent 2022 if you had to write out the number? Last digit. So what you should be asking yourselves, okay, if that is 3 to the 1, then I get 3 as the last digit. 3 to the exponent 2, 9 is the last digit. 3 to the exponent 3, 27. So 7 is the last digit. 3 to the exponent 4 is 81. So 1 is the last digit. 3 to the exponent 5, however, is going to be 243, which makes 3 again the last digit. 3 to the 6 is going to be 729. So 9 is the last digit. 3 to the 7 is going to be something, but 7 as the last digit. So what you note is that this repeats itself every 4 times. Every 4 numbers it repeats itself. So if we look at 2022 divided by 4, can't go 5, however, no carry, 0. It goes into 22, 5 and remaining 2. Okay, so it goes 5 over 5, 2 over 4. So which means to say there are 505 sets of 3971. So if it was remainder 1, then the next number would have been 3. However, since it's remainder 2, therefore the last digit will be Okay, so that basically brings us to the end of the Cycle Test 1, Grade 9, Term 1, 2022. Thank you. Enjoy your weekend.